Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Today is episode 2 of the Zero2Hero Arena Grind. This is kind of like a little sub-series from the Zero2Hero series, so if you're like, oh, I didn't know that, why is the title different, why is the series called different, this is like a little mini sub-series of that. So for some context, the Zero2Hero account, which is this account right here, Boris the Animal, or Boris the Animal, was started with the sole purpose of building everything from nothing, right? Starting from nothing and building up to the point where we're conquering arena. My goal for this account is to at least get to Guardian 1. Guardian 1, I'm happy, right? Of course, we're not there. We need at least 1,600 points. 1,600 minimum. And top 300. So, it's going to be a bit of work, but that's the ultimate end goal. Same thing with arena or RTA, and then even guild content, you know, just kill it in guild content. And of course, I thought it'd be fun to see the journey getting there. So I didn't want to start on a pre-built account, because if I would have done that, we would have been much further into arena. But I thought it would be fun to do it from scratch, from zero, hence the name. So of course, the last episode, which was last week, I started Arena Grind, you know the deal, and I picked 4 units out of my roster at the time. I thought these were the best 4 units to build a defense team, right? This is my defense team. I wanted to build a defense that wasn't invincible, because I know that's going to be impossible, especially as a beginner, but or dang near impossible, but build a team that's just annoying and hard to get through, hence the units in front of you. So that was last week's goal. I picked my units, but they weren't built. Last time you saw them, some of them were 4 stars, some of them were unawakened, none of them had runes. That's different today. They have runes, they're awakened, they're maxed out. They have artifacts, dude. I mean, they're better now. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at them in the monster box, whatever the heck you want to call it. Look at their stats, look at their runes. Just explain myself a little bit more on these units, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go into a little bit of a battle here. Like, we'll test them out, we'll test out the defense, and you'll get to see what I mean a little bit, and then we could talk about what our next step is in the arena grind. So let's go to the monster box. Okay, so here we are in the monster box. We have 4 units that we're going to go through, obviously. Bulwark, Kaki, Morris, Riley, I believe. I keep thinking like the Dice Magician is going to have a different name, like Ludo or something like that. But it's Morris, if I recall. But we're going to go through, we're going to kind of just quickly explain their skills a little bit. I'm going to tell you what rune sets I believe that they should be on. And if I was confused on any rune sets, I'll admit to it, and I'll tell you what I built them off of. Just in kind of what stats I aimed for, because it's like, maybe some other people would aim for other stats. So, by the way, if you hear like that, I don't know if you can hear it. That's me rubbing my hands together. They're dry. They are dry. I need to get some lotion, bro. That's not me farting. So with Bulwark, his kit is pretty simple, but very, very annoying. I don't know about you, when I face off against a Bulwark in arena, he's so annoying, because this guy, the way his kit works is he gains, like all the Lightning Emperors, they gain knowledge based off of different things. So a different Lightning Emperor will probably gain knowledge off of different things, like maybe allies dying or taking turns, I don't know. But this one gains knowledge based off of whether you or an enemy applies a buff. So let's say the battle starts and Riley moves first. Our Riley moves. If she were to use her skill 2 and that places 1 immunity buff, he'll gain 1 knowledge. And let's say the enemy Riley moves right after my Riley. If that one places an immunity buff or an attack buff, my Bulwark will gain a 2nd thing of knowledge. So he gains knowledge whenever buffs are applied, regardless of the team. And then you see here that he gains 1 knowledge. If you have 2 or fewer knowledge at the start of your turn, you could have up to 5 knowledge. His skill 1, by the way, is a strip. I'm just going to state it now. What makes him so annoying is his 3rd skill, and this 3rd skill doesn't have a cooldown, so he uses it whenever he wants. Which is awesome. So we have a nat 5 that we don't need to skill up, really. I mean, if we wanted this harmful effect rate to go up, but I'm not using 8 Devilmons for this. Heck no. That would be far into the future. But his 3rd skill Decreases the current HP of the enemy target. Bosses excluded by 10% for every knowledge you have. If you have 5 knowledge, decreases the target's max HP by 50% instead. This is important. Now, the AI is going to do what AI things do. At first, I was like, okay, this skill 3 looks stupid. Why are you going to mention the 5 knowledge thing when it's pretty obvious? You can count. If you don't have 5 knowledge, let's say you have 4 knowledge, and the enemy's at 30% or at 70% HP, it's going to steal 10% for every knowledge, right? It's going to steal 40% of that 70%, which I'm not going to do the math here. Maybe I'll do it in editing. I don't know. But it's not going to steal 40% of the current of the enemy's max HP. It's going to steal 40% of the current HP. That's obviously not as good as gaining all the knowledge, but assuming the enemy allows you to get 5 knowledge off, 50% of the enemy's current max HP is pretty good. Especially when you consider like very, very tanky units. This could be awesome, right? Or assume like for some reason you manage to get the enemy down to like 30-40% HP, like maybe like the enemy Riley. You're attacking the enemy Riley and you get it down to 30-40% HP, but you're finding it very difficult and it's a long drawn out battle. If he manages to get that 5 knowledge, Riley's dead. Or she I think she'll be left with like 1 HP. But yeah, he's really annoying as a tanky unit. And then, on top of that, he heals all allies by the decreased HP. So, on top of just like decreasing HP by a lot, he's healing. So this unit in general is going to be very, very annoying. The way I see to build him is, like, for stats, is like, I just want him fast, tanky, and maybe a bit of accuracy, but I want fast, tanky, resistant. Right? I just want him to exist on the battlefield and do whatever he wants to do. He has a cool guild leader skill, but obviously this is arena. So, he's not the fastest. I mean, he's 96 bonus speed, 545 defense, 19k bonus HP, and 91% resistance alongside 54% accuracy. I think that's pretty good. And this, by the way, is with I think no grinds pretty much. Like, okay, 1 grind on the flat defense. So it's just like he eventually will be way faster. Like maybe like 110 bonus type crap. Over probably 600, 700 bonus defense. Over 20k HP. He will be tanky. I promise you. But let me explain the runes. So I figured that like for him, like violent on him is useless. I wasn't sure what I wanted to build him, I'll be honest. I wasn't sure what I wanted to build this guy. But I knew it wasn't going to be violent, because it's like violent I don't think is useful. Maybe for like violent proccing like the strip on a skill 1. But it's just like, I don't really see too much of a point. So I knew I wanted to go like some like 3 set thing. I just didn't know what the 3 sets were. I knew it was going to be Will. I knew it was going to be Shield. But I didn't know what the last one was going to be. I didn't know about Revenge. I was looking up some other people's builds. They went Revenge, and I could see it. If he Revenge procs and steals a beneficial effect, again, because he steals beneficial effects on here, that'd be awesome. So, very annoying, but you could see his substats are pretty good. Again, these aren't the maximum stats he could have, but it works for now. When we start getting grinds, he'll look great. For his artifacts, I figured that, I don't know, I'd want like him to just receive decreased damage and maybe skill 3 HP recovery, since remember his skill 3 heals. So this one, he just I think it just exists on him. I mean, damage dealt on win doesn't matter. Additional damage by HP, which is cool, I suppose. Attack and defense up effect plus 3%. Again, it doesn't matter. Damage taken from light minus 4%. There are better ones for him, but for now, this is what he has. I think I threw this on him days ago. I probably have a new one that I could throw on him that is better, but again, who cares? As for this artifact, the HP artifact, this one like really fits him in my opinion. I mean, he's doing additional damage based off of pretty much all of his stats, and then his skill 3 recovery is plus 11%. I don't think he really needs much from artifacts other than probably like skill 3 recovery and then decreasing damage taken. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of this guy for right now. again, his stats will look better as we complete rift raids. So have patience. So the next unit is Kaki, the Fire Onimusha. Yeah, Onimusha. And I think he's a pretty obvious choice. I mean, he hits hard, and he can, if you build him correctly, can be absolutely tanky. I mean, he's going to be an annoying unit to face off against, because it's like this guy will hit hard if you build him correctly. And it's just like you're not killing him in one hit necessarily, unless your runes are really good or if you have a good unit. But again, for where we're at now, most people in our ranks aren't going to kill us, right? So skill 1, he heals himself based off of inflicted damage, decreased enemy's defense for 2 turns. And I thought he had it to where he healed himself. Oh yeah, right, recovering HP by 30% of inflicted damage. But heals himself, decreased target's defense. He's going to hit pretty hard. Skill 2, attacks all enemies and grants endure effect on yourself for 1 turn if an enemy gets defeated. Every 4 turns, could be every 3 turns if I skilled him up. As time goes on, I will skill him up. When a day comes where I'm not super busy on this account, just trying to beat the next dungeon, I'll start fusing skill ups for these 4 stars. But for now, he stays like this. Not that it matters too much. I mean, he will get this pretty often. But AoE endure effect is going to be awesome, especially for squishies on the enemy's team, enemy teams. But yeah, passive. All of it is essentially saying he increases his defense based off of his attack power. So you want to give him as much attack power as possible, and 20% of that will be converted into defense whenever the battle begins. He also inflicts additional damage proportionate to his defense, and he can't land critical hits. I've never understood this. I need to look it up, but I swear to God, I'd be seeing people putting him on rage or something like that. But you don't want him on rage. He can't crit. So here he is. I think it's like you could go triple attack percent on this guy, I suppose. But like for me, I want him to move, right? I want him to move. Okay. So speed, attack for him. I'll say straight up, I knew what I was going to throw him on, Violent Will. I think in the last video I had him on Violent Revenge, maybe, but I threw him on Will instead. He's decent in speed. He could be better, but again, as we get more grinds and everything, he'll look better. 619 bonus defense, almost 1900 attack, but not quite, and 8478 HP. A bit of resistance, a bit of accuracy. Nothing too crazy, but again, as time goes on, he will look better. So, he does have a bit of grinds in him, but he could have more. And when he gets grinds, oh boy, I mean, I easily think, like, we can get him up to around 90 speed, maybe, a little bit more, maybe. Defense, we're probably looking about at 800, maybe maybe more, like 900. Attack is easily going to be over 2k. HP could probably be around 9.4, maybe almost 10k. But he's going to look juicy. Resistance and accuracies, whatever. So, again, those are the runes. Speed, attack. Here's his artifacts. This one is really nice. I mean, he's decreasing the damage he receives from pretty much a lot of units. And the damage taken from light decrease is really nice. 17% is really, really nice. Damage taken from water minus 5%. 5 is really good. Damage taken from dark minus 9% is really nice. Additional damage by 2% of attack. Cool. And the main stat is attack. This one, I'm thinking of changing it out, but for now it works. Additional damage by 5% of attack. 5%. I mean, that's really good. Life drain plus 13%. Additional damage by 5% of defense. And the skill 1 recovery, which is nice, because it should count as recovery, right? It should. So he's fine. Again, I could change this out, but I'm fine with having the HP. I don't mind. I wanted to switch it out to see if I can find something that gives him more additional damage based off of blah 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 blah, whatever. But I think I will leave it on for now. There's no need to change it. That's the problem. That's the reason I'm not in a rush, because there's no need to. It works. So next unit. Next unit is Riley. Now, you're like, whoa. A week ago, she didn't have any skill ups. Now she has all skill ups. I used the event. I can't remember the event, but the event where you have to log in for 30 days straight and I think it was like get 100 points in the daily missions event tab or whatever, and you do that for 30 days, you get skill ups for certain units. I decided to do Riley for the 5-star. I think it saved a lot of time, and it's totally worth it. I mean, even just getting the skill 1 skill ups is really nice. I mean, damage recovery increase, nice, right? Obviously, you also want the cooldown times to get this off as fast as possible. I mean, definitely worth it. Riley's a pretty simple unit. You want her fast. You want her tanky. You want her with tons of resistance. Just make it so annoying to face off against. That's what you want your Riley to be. You want your Riley to be annoying, fast, so she's taking a crap ton of turns. Tons of defense and HP, so she's taking very little damage. Tons of resistance, so you're having trouble stunning her, defense breaking her, all that shit. Because if like you have her, oh, I can't believe, I'm sorry for cursing, but if you have her defense high, it's just, or her defense and effect resistance high, whatever. Dude, I'm getting games mixed up. Effect resistance, I mean resistance in general. But it's like if you have her resistance high, it's just like, and you're having trouble dealing damage, it's like the one thing you're trying to do is defense breaker, so you can start doing some actual damage. And it's like the fact that it's going to be hard for people to even do that, to defense break her. I mean, I'm rambling. Fast, tanky, resistant, that's what she is. 109 speed, 1100 defense, 17,000 HP, and 92% resistance. You can see, I mean, she's not bad, right? I mean, she's not bad, he says. Yeah. Obviously, you want her on Violent Will. That is the best set for her, Violent Will. Maybe Violent Seal, if you're really trying to be annoying, or Violent Revenge. Violent Revenge works fine, I suppose. If you're going to go Violent Revenge or Violent Seal, try to go with like 100% resistance, because it's just like, that's the issue with her, or with most of these units. It's like you just don't want them getting stunned or whatever. Turn 1. Like, if you're outsped and you get caught, it's just like, it's going to suck. But Violent Revenge works, because if she Revenge procs, that's a heal for you guys. And Violent Seal, I mean, Seal runes are obviously going to be annoying. But Violent Will is the basic build for her, and it works well because Violent runes are going to make her take turns. And you want her taking turns. You want her to just proc through turns, especially due to her passive, where whenever she attacks or is attacked, she stacks totems, and the totems, whenever she uses that totem skill, she's gonna immunity, attack buffs, healing. Very, very annoying. By the way, I'm sorry if I sound like exasperated or whatever it is. Stuffy nose, so it's just like I'm having to be a mouth breather today. Don't know why, but here are her runes. Again, she could be tankier if I would have just had grinds. I mean, she has grinds in her, but she could be slightly faster. Yeah. She could be slightly faster, tankier. I could get her to around maybe 113, 115. I don't know, bonus speed. Defense could be a little bit more. HP could be a little bit more, but overall, she's fine as is, which we'll get to see in a little bit. But her artifacts, I just wanted her to decrease the damage she takes and to, increase skill recovery. Of course, this could be better. I should switch this out eventually, but damage taken from fire minus 10%, which is good. All the other ones except for the crit damage taken, I don't care about. Crit damage taken minus 2% is nice. This one, additional damage based off of HP, whatever. Skill 1 recovery, cool. Skill 2 crit damage, don't care, that's pointless. Skill 3 recovery, cool. So, there she is. Last but not least, Morris. I mean, Morris, boy oh boy, if you have Morris sitting in your box and you're thinking of going into arena, and you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to build an arena defense. Arena defense or arena offense, I think if like you need a reviver, he's a pretty good unit. I mean, he's going to be nasty. But skill 1 and skill 2, honest to God, I don't care. It applies debuffs. I mean, you get glancing, attack speed slows, stuns, defense breaks. I mean, he does pretty much all of it. And this is going to be really helpful, especially when he takes a lot of turns, because he will take a lot of turns. The thing about the Dice Magicians is on all of their attacks, they roll dices. They roll a pair of dice. And if they get the same number on both dices, they take another turn. And I believe this is unlimited. So as long as they keep rolling the same number, they take a lot of turns. Again, watch episode 1, or I even made a YouTube short on it, where it's like he took like 6 turns, bro. 6 turns in a row. And he would have had the chance to revive allies like 2 different times within that 6 turns. So it's insane. But again, the big part of his kit is his passive. Number 1, every time he takes a turn, he rolls his dice and he recovers his HP based off of the number of that dice. I believe the greater the number, the more HP he recovers. On top of that, if he gets the same number on both dices, if there are any dead allies in the fight, he will revive them. And this is unlimited. There's no cooldown to this. This just happens whenever he takes a turn. So, of course, you can imagine you want to throw him on violent. So on top of his little dice roll attacks and a violent set, it's just like he has the opportunity to take tons and tons and tons and tons of turns, which can be annoying. Oh my god, that could be so annoying. People just keep reviving. And when you have the team that we have that's just tanky and annoying, when you finally kill that cocky or you finally kill the bulwark and then he revives them, oh, you will scream. I will scream. So it's nice. And depending on the number he gets when he revives them, they could either have tons of HP or they could have a high attack bar. So it's very annoying. And then he also has his leader skill that increases accuracy. So all the strips, all the defense breaks, everything that he has on his kit and all the other units have on their kits, they have a chance to land. So it's going to be annoying. But of course, fast, tanky, with some accuracy, maybe some resistance on violent will. So, boom. Another thing to note is, like, if you try to aim for Morris, like, Morris is probably, like, the weak point, to be honest, of this defense. Like, aim for him first, probably. Which the other units are going to make annoying. Cocky's going to be dealing damage to you. Bulwark and Riley are going to be healing him. And then he's going to be healing himself with that passive. So, it's just... yeah, but, speed, defense, HP. He's good in those areas. I mean, he could use more HP. But it's like, again, grinds. 39% resistance, which isn't that great. Accuracy is 81%, so he's landing his shit. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Again, with some grinds, he'd be better. But here's his artifacts. He decreases damage taken from a lot of people on this. And then crit damage taken minus 6%, so good luck. And then skill 3 accuracy, which is nice. Skill 3 recovery, which is nice. The accuracy doesn't mean anything. I just realized, I forget his skill 3 is a passive. But the recovery is 14%, which is nice. Skill 2 accuracy plus 7% and bomb damage. These could be better, but they're built. They're built. Again, artifacts will be moved out and they will become better as time goes on. But I don't want to waste no more time. Let's get into some of these test battles. I'm trying to imagine, like, we can try to go in as like a beginner and then we'll just change units around and just have some fun testing ourselves against this. We'll use more units again, but I'm trying to think, okay, first off, let's see what a beginner is going to try. This is what I would assume a beginner's team would be. You got Fran as a speed lead, plus he's a healer, attack buffer. Lauren is a strip, she stuns, and Bernard is going to push us, as well as having the defense breaks and attack breaks, and Crow will go in and do his damage. So we'll try with this first, and then yeah, I mean, again, we'll use more units. So, boom, we buff ourselves. I'm going to actually try to beat it. I'm obviously going to actually try to beat it. So, here's the first thing. I'm trying to think of, like, let's aim for Morris first. I feel like Morris... oh, okay, resisted. Sweet. Okay, he didn't do skill... sweet. He didn't do skill 2. So, we could also do this. Attack and defense break. Prevent you from moving. Okay. Heal you. Cocky's not doing the most damage. But, we killed the Morse. Sweet. So, Morse is the weak point. That's awesome. Cocky just is not using skill 2. Dude. Cocky, you're not using skill 2. Yeah, if you don't use skill 2, yeah, the defense is gonna lose. What the F? You're making me look bad, man. Healed himself. So, this team is still being annoying, but Dude. I gotta heal myself. Don't try it now, fool. You could have done it earlier. You could have got me like 8 times. Oh man, this is gonna be stupid. I guess we should kill the cocky, shouldn't we? Yeah, once we defense break him, I guess it's done. Oh, actually, save yourself. Okay. I know I had a feeling I should have done that. So now, okay, this team is the enemy. Okay, my defense team is going to make a comeback. The thing is, one thing you should note is that regardless if Morris died, everyone else is still alive, and they're kicking hard. I mean, Cocky's still full HP. Okay. Still full HP, and he's going to do some damage. Come on. See, and it's like it's impossible to heal ourselves without giving Bulwark like his things, his stacks. So it's just like he's gonna do this shit, and then Riley's gonna fucking jump in. Holy crap, man! Please stop, dude. I'm not getting a chance to come back from this, dude. Dude, this is so annoying. I guess I could try and use Riley, but again, Riley would just proc Bulwark even more. And the immunity, dude. Oh, okay. Cocky's not going to cut in, right? I have no way to heal myself. Uh-oh. Okay, we lose. Let's come in with a slightly better team. So of course I want to do better. I'm trying to avoid using same units. Maybe we can go in with a Squeaky, or we could just go in with like a Beth or something. Lauren does not need to be there. I'm trying to avoid bringing wind units because of Cocky. Like, but I also need to bring like a fire unit to beat Morris. We could we're not gonna go Vert because Vert is gonna die against Cocky. Maybe Ryoka. Does Ryoka live? Maybe. Whatever. We're just doing this. Just units are gonna use straight raw damage, because we're not gonna keep the immunity off. Just do one of these. Yay, fun. That Squeaky's fast. Holy crap. Uh-oh. Well. Cool. I don't think I need to heal him, because he's going to heal himself. We lost our... God. Okay, counter. We lost our damage dealer for Morris. Defense break? Nope. Okay, now he has glancing. That's going to help. We need to do this because he will die. Oh! 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 Okay. Just keep Bernard alive, please. He has 5. He has 5 knowledge. We're so done, bro. Oh! Uh-oh. Cocky doesn't have it up. No, he don't have it up. He don't have it up. He has it up. One more time. One more time. I don't know, dude. I don't have the units for this right now. I will say, regardless if you think I'm putting on an act, I'll say this. My defense team has not been attacked all week. I've not been attacked once this week. People refuse to attack me. What was that? Oh, okay. Boop, boop. Okay. Please don't do any damage to... Ooh, we're safe. Bulwark has it again. Oh my god. We don't win this. We don't win this. Okay, we're just done. We're done. We don't win this. We don't come back from this. So, by the way, battle log. No raids. Nothing has happened. I don't know if there's any other place to show it. I've not been attacked this week, dude. So, I think this team works for now. Again, with grindstones. Dude, you will rip your hair out. You will rip your hair out. But of course, we're not done yet. We got to start working on our arena offense. Our arena defense is looking good and tasty. We need to work on our arena offense. So, for now, I have two choices. And this is a choice I don't want to pull out. Giggity. But maybe next week I pick the Lucian. I can see if I can summon for this Lucian. I think I have enough engraved summons to do it, but maybe I pull for the Lucian, or I could just go here, we just do one of these. I do something like this, right? Where is my Fron? Do this like with Cocky Fron, but this I think could work. But I think it's like we just need another like hard hitting cleave, because it's like, as you just saw against my own defense, Beth didn't do all that much. But it's all dependent. I don't know. We're gonna find something, but we're gonna start working on our cleave team, so we can go in and we can start killing units. Another team I need to look up, but if I recall, we have more units now from last week, or from yesterday. We had a summoning video the other day. I could use him, Kaz, I believe, or him, Shimate. He's an old school, I think, arena cleave. Strips, big attack bar absorb, and the inflicted damage will be increased by 30% if the enemy had no beneficial effects. So I'll think about it. But yeah, we're looking to build our arena cleave team. I might do Shimate, because we don't have any strips in our cleave team, and the enemy is not going to have any debuffs really, because we're going to do like Fron and Bernard will move first. Attack buff, immunity, speed buff. There will be no debuffs. Cocky skill 2 doesn't have a debuff, so it's like he's bound to do some damage. So I just need to build Shimate fast enough, and then Cocky will go in and clean up. Perfect cleave team in my... Yeah, we'll go Shimate. So yeah, Shimate. We're going to be building Shimate. I don't know when the next video is going to be up, but it's going to be up eventually. But look out for it. I'm sorry, this was a long video. I sound out of breath. Stuffy nose. I need to stop having my fan on full blast when I be sleeping. Not going to happen. So I guess I'm going to just stay stuffy. Stay breathing out my mouth. Hope you guys have a good day. Go watch the other videos. Peace.